In Chapter 5, we graphed absolute value functions. So absolute value functions make the shape of a V. They are both constant increase and decrease situations, but this part of the graph, the right-hand side is a constant increase in this situation, and this left-hand side is a constant decrease. So it's kind of like you're taking two linear functions and putting them together. So an absolute value function can open up or down depending on if there's a negative in front of the absolute value sign. So we're just going to go over a couple more characteristics here. When you have when you have x minus a number or x plus a number inside the absolute value, what you're doing is you're shifting on the x-axis. So this is y equals the absolute value of x minus 1, and what you're actually doing is you're shifting. This one is going to be right 1. It's kind of opposite of what you would think it would be. If it was x minus 1, you would think it would be x plus 1, but you can make a table of values and see why that happens on your own. When you have a constant outside the parentheses, the shift's going to be on the y-axis. So in this case, it's going to be down 3. And we kind of talked about that already in Chapter 5. So the y doesn't, if it's negative, it's going to go down. If it's positive, it's going to go up. On the other hand, if you have y equals absolute value of x plus 4, this is going to go left 4. If there is no negative sign outside the absolute value bars, the graph opens up. But if there is a negative sign outside the absolute value bars, the graph opens down. So for example, if you have y equals the opposite of x plus 4, this opposite symbol means it's going to open down, and this constant plus 4 on the outside of the absolute value means that the y-intercept is at 4. So that's going to be your general shape. Here's another example. If you have y equals x plus 3 plus 2, what's going on inside means this is going to be going left 3. The constant outside means it's going up 2. So if you graph an absolute value function, you're going to go left 3, up 2, and make a dot. And it's going to open up. And the number in front of here is the slope, which is 1. So you're going to go up 1, right 1, up 1, left 1. So let's graph different examples right here. So if you have y equals the absolute value of x plus 3, the horizontal shift is what's going on the x-axis, and the vertical shift is what's going on the y-axis. So horizontally, there's nothing going on with x inside the absolute value, so there's no horizontal shift. But the vertical shift is going to be up 3. So what you're going to do is you're going to start up 3 on the y-axis. And it's going to open up because the number in front of the absolute value is positive, so it's opening up. So from here I'm going to do a slope of 1 because that's the number in front of the absolute value, the coefficient. So I'm going to go up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1. And then I'm also going to go up 1, left 1, up 1, left 1. There's my graph. Okay, number 2. Horizontal shift is going to be left 2. Vertical shift, there's no constant on the outside, so I'm going to write none. It opens down because there's a negative in front of here. So to start the graph, I can actually think of an absolute value having a vertex. So if I'm going left 2, it's going to be negative 2, and up none, it's going to be negative 2 zeros. So the vertex is right here. Then I'm going to go left 1, down 1, right 1, down 1. Keep going. Okay, number 3. The horizontal shift is going to be left 4. So I'm going to start left 4. The vertical shift is I'm going to go down 1. So if you think about having a vertex, left 4 and down 1 is going to look like this. It's going to open, oops, I circled the wrong one. It's going to open up because the number in front of the absolute value of x is positive. So I'm going to go left 4, down 1, and it's going to open up. And then number 4, the horizontal shift is going to be right 1, because it's x minus 1, and then the vertical shift is up 2. So the vertex you can think of right 1, up 2, and it's going to be opening down because that's a negative. So I'm going to go right 1, up 2, and it's going to be open down because it's a negative. Now number 5, write a function for each absolute value shift. So it's opening down, so I know I'm going to write y equals to begin with, and it shifted up 3 units and left 4 units. So if it opens down, it could be opposite. Now I put absolute value bars, it's going left 4, so this is going to be x plus 4, and it's going up 3. For the second one, now you can use y notation, you can use f of x. It's opening up, so the number in front is going to be positive. And I'm going shifting right 6 units, so it's going to be x minus 6. Letter C, it's shifting down, so I'm going to do y equals opposite, and it's left 1 unit, so it's x plus 1, and it's down 5, so minus 5. And then the last one, it's shifted up 2 units. It doesn't specify whether it's, oops, this doesn't need to be down, so I'm going to leave it like this. It's not specify that we're going up or down, so I'm just going to make it positive. So it's y equals shifted up 2 units, x plus 2. The 2 needs to be on the outside.